handle a error. Okay, how we can handle that error? Because in the front end side, I have to also handle some error as well. If 404 error, something like server side error. It is started with the 500. Okay, every status has its own code. So tell me the status code. How many status code is there?
200, 200, 404, 500 series.
200. 2xx, then
Series.
3xx, 4xx, and one more is 5xx. 2xx series is used for 200. We use for that okay or
Accepted.
success. Correct. What is the 3xx series is used for? Redirection purpose. Okay. For that we use a redirection. Okay. Now 4xx is used for
Page not found.
not page not found. It is a display the error. But what
Okay.
exactly is it? Client side error.
Bad request.
You can handle the client side error. So it displays the message in like client. It is used for the client side error handle purpose. 4xx. 5xx is used for
Server side error.
server side error. We use a server side error. So according to the status code, we also handle that error as well. Okay. For that, we use a 4xx and 5xx. 2xx is the meaning is not an error. Basically, it is a success. Means your request is performing proper way and get the response from the backend. Okay. So it is not a part of a success. It is not a part of an error. Okay.
Okay.
4xx and 5xx is the error. It may be client side error or it may be server side error or any other. If error occurs, we can handle that error as well. Okay. For that, we have to use. I'm just display. I can show you that how we can handle that error. In get post. Okay. Here we're using a get post. Okay. In that get post, it returns a subscriber. Subscribe means it returns observable, and we can call the subscribe method. Of that subscribe method, we implement the first argument, that is we get the response. Same, and for that subscribe method, implement it's a second argument. That second argument is a error. That error is a optional. If you want, you have to handle that error. If you don't want to handle, you cannot mention that second argument as well. But I have to handle that error. So mention the second argument. Again, that error is a fat or a function. That is a callback function. So we have to implement here second argument as a error. If you want to give my error, you can give the name, the variable name is my error, but I giving a standard name, that is an error. Okay, and it is again fat or a function. In that you can manage your error. Initially, just I'm displaying error. I'm just display the alert box and mention that invalid error occur. Invalid error occur. Okay, how we can test that whether that error is handled or not? So for that, initially see here there is no error. It working fine. So it will not be go into the second argument. But if I just giving the another URL, for example, I'm giving only post, I remove that S. So what it handles, see here, it not be passed your response, and it immediately display alert invalid error occur. Okay, and it not be pass your JSON object because the URL is wrong. So it gives a directly error. Okay. If you have to access a particular error, means I have to access if error is status code is 404 or status code is starting from the port. If the status code is starting from your 500 or starting from the 5 series, okay, how we can handle that error, such type of error. So for that, you have to mention some logic in that error method. I just comment out this and how can that pass that. For that, we can mention here if loop. You can mention that error dot status. The status has its property, inbuilt property. We can here cross check your status code in error dot status. If error dot status is greater than or equal to 400 and error dot status is less than or equal to 499. In within that range, then it's your client side error. Okay, we can just mention here alert, or you can mention that client side error. Okay, and we can also, if you want to display the status code, you can mention the status code as well. Just mention error dot status for your understanding purpose, because I mean we never display the status code to the end user, because end user is non-technical people, so they don't understand what exactly error dot status. Just for your demo purpose, I'm just giving that you can access that status code here. You can display that also. Again, we can mention here if else. Okay, nested if else, and just we can mention here same logic we can apply for the server side error. If you are starting with the 5 and 599, then we can display the just alert. It is a
It is
server
else
side. Sorry, else if. Correct. Thank you. Else if. Correct. So inside that we can mention alert. Okay. Now check it that, and last you have to mention that else. You can mention that else and mention alert, whatever the alert. I just copy that alert as well. Invalid error. Okay. Here mention the server side. Right now we cannot stop our server, so we'll not be get that server side error. Okay, but we can just demo purpose we use a client side error, whether it is working or not. We can see that. Okay, already I'm mentioning that URL, wrong URL I mentioned here. Just okay, I just refresh that things. See here, client side error, and error is 404. Okay, get these things, everybody.
Yes, Sumit.
Yes, Sumit.
According to that, you can access or handle error. So wherever you use a subscribe method, you can access it's a second argument, that is an error. Means Sumit, you told that here you can send the data. Here we use a subscribe method. So can we handle here error as well? Answer is yes. You can handle error here as well. You can implement the second argument of that subscribe method. You can handle it. Wherever you using a subscribe method, if you want to handle the error, you can implement it's a second parameter or argument, that is an error. You will get handled automatically. Clear these things. It is a best advantage given by that Angular, that is mainly it is a part of observable. So it is very easy for the front-end developer. Clear these things.